As an Indigenous Australian, did you have grief growing up? Did you have people harassing you? Did you suffer racism?
Yeah, definitely. I think we all had some sort of grief and period where we had to go through. My mum was a big part of that as well, and she was able to teach me some things that made me strong. My mother is the most strongest person that I've ever met, and she's definitely helped me throughout my career. But I have, and I think that's only made me the person who I am today, to try and trickle on down to the younger generation.
So were you treated badly?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
What way?
I wouldn't say I was treated as bad as, say, the stolen generation, but there was definitely times where you felt like you were helpless and there was nothing you can do, and people didn't have your back, at schools especially. But like I said, my mum definitely had my back, and I have her to thank for a lot.
What was her advice? How do you cope with racism?
You take the high road. No matter what people say, it doesn't affect you on anything that you do. My mum said you stay strong, you stand strong, and you're proud of who you are, an Indigenous Australian. And you take that, and you just you don't bother wasting your time in talking back, or relate to any sort of violence. As for me, you do all the talking on the floor, on the court, and you leave it as that.
Do you find it in the United States?
I think it's a different type. It's more of not so much ignorance is what people would say. It's more just a lack of knowledge of Indigenous Australians, and I think that's why this is so good that we've achieved what we have to be able to put them on the map to say we're Indigenous Australian, and there are Black Australians, which people are unaware of in America, but a great opportunity to do so.
Americans are unaware that there are Black Australians.
I get that a lot, mate. If they see me for the first time, they would expect that I'm a Black American until I start talking and they hear that something's not right. So they ask the question, where are you from? And for me, that's a great topic starter, and I'd love to just ramble on about my culture and heritage.
You say you're from Canberra and everybody loses interest.
Yeah, so that's why I leave it to the end.
Talking Melbourne.